This is Trail Cat, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Today we're on my trail in my backyard, and it's a tad overgrown. We are currently making the expressway from my backyard to my other land, and we are hoping to finish at least that this summer. And you guys are going to come along, so let's tour what we have so far. After you pass over this one big route, you'll see that we have a bit of a drop off. It goes almost straight down, and it's a lot of fun to ride. It's a little bit scary when you first step onto it though. Now, the trail splits in a second past this fallen tree, and it definitely, we have very different trails right here. What I call the river roller, and it's called that for a good reason. We have a small creek down this way, and you're met with a small hill first, and you go down that, then there's a little bit of a steeper small hill. If you jump off of this, you will land on the third hill, but if you don't, you will be greeted by a very, very abrupt ending, because this is a very, very short trail. This will probably be kind of like the trailhead for this system, because we have the beginnings of a few trails. So we have this one that you can go down. It doesn't lead anywhere at this point, but it is a good beginning. It has a nice little drop off. And we have a bit of a little loop right here if you really wanted to climb that hill again. I would not recommend it. So coming this way, you'll see that the trail thickens. We have lots of branches and trees and whatnot, and it's really not that enjoyable to walk through with incorrect footwear. There's also a few spider webs. Ignoring that though, it's a pretty good beginning of the trail. I wouldn't call it fit for mountain biking at this point, mostly just because of the loose dirt and ridiculous amount of vines and poison ivy. So, it is quite nice back here though. So if you come this way, you'll see that the trail does get a little bit more refined past this, and besides the vines, but what can you do about vines? They're always growing. Have to cut down the tree at this point. And there's the burn again, goodness, they're everywhere. As you can see, I have to walk normally now because there are plenty of briars here. That we have a lot of cutting back to do. You see this tree, goodness gracious. Lots of roots, that kind of makes for a fun feature, and needs clearing out. Watch the poison ivy. But you can see that our creek continues back this way, and it's quite nice actually. We have a lot of rocks back down the other direction, which is where we're probably going to cross over to our other land. Oh, I'm falling. Besides that, we have less foliage back here, sort of, kind of, not really. We have lots of bamboo back this direction, which is kind of really annoying, mostly because you have to prune it down all the way to the base, or else it's just going to grow again. And you'll see that the trail isn't very defined going this direction. If you're not careful, spider web might hit you in the face. But you see that you know where you're going, you can make your way through it all fine. And we have a lovely little hill right here that I plan on making a fun little feature. And if you come back down this way, you'll notice that, oh gosh, it's thick in bamboo. Like, really thick. Looking at the pond, and the vines, and the bamboo, we have a lot of work to do. But I'm excited, and it's going to be a lot of fun with the help of my whole family, my sister, my dad, my mom, and me, of course, this hanging limb. You'll see that this is about where we'll cross over. We have lovely rocks and some nice little creek this way. Now, the bike will probably go around that way on the dirt path, but I prefer to cross this way just because it's more fun. And I get a little bit wet, which is nice from the Georgia heat over here. As you can tell, it's very muddy, but this is where we're going to cross over. And as you can see, the bamboo only gets worse. I'm very excited to start working on my trail. And honestly, I'm gonna need viewers' inputs on what kind of things we should build, because after the expressway, I mean, anything goes. This place is ours, and it'll be a whole lot of fun to build. Hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me today, and hope you enjoyed riding a little bit with me today. This trail is a little bit short right now, but it's a whole lot of fun. Trail Cat, out. Stop recording. Or at least beginnings of trails. Ignoring that. I have to really let that in.
Be quiet for a second. You have something in your hair. Turn it on. There you go. Okay. Now wait. Let's go back and continue. Oh, my shoe's falling off. Okay. Wait a second. And now you can continue.
If I'm ever actually a YouTuber, we need an uncut channel.
Ready?
So we...
Catherine, I am not going any farther than this.
I'll take it with me then.
Oh, wait, let me stop.